Instagram as well. Can you say hi to them?
Well, hello to everyone on Facebook and Instagram, and more importantly, hello to everybody here. Thank you very, very much for having me. Well, I'm personally very moved and touched by this year's color, which is a wonderful spiced honey. What it does is it fills our hearts with optimism. There's so many people today who are standing against the darkness and keeping our hopes alive. So really, this is for all of them, and it's time to let the darkness away and let the light in. So that's what this is about.
Absolutely, Farhan. A huge round of applause for him. And on that energetic note, I would like to invite on stage once again, amidst your huge round of applause, Mr. Rajiv Rajgopal.
So your name, the brand is Spiced Honey. So why this combination of spiced and honey? Can you just tell about it?
So we believe very much, as we have piloted this name, of course, we have a lot of workshops with people involved. And as we were looking at this color that captures the mood of the moment, the name honey came up quite quickly. Because if you look at honey in nature, it's a very translucent substance. It captures the light, so it really resonates with the theme of let the light in. It's very nourishing honey. It's very healthy component. And it gives that whole idea, that caring element, that you really care for the people around you, that nourishing quality. And it's a very beautiful, versatile, contemporary color that really sits as a beautiful backbone. You start complementing that with these extra shades, and it's a beautiful combination.
I would just like to add that, if you look at the word spice, honey, and look at India as a context, I think it's very contextual for a country which is richly known for spices and also known for its consumption of honey, right? So for me, really, it's also the transformative power of really what the color can do in lending itself onto the entire ambience of the walls that go around it. So I personally believe that it not just is a mood of what's being captured, but it's also very reflective of our times that we are in today.
And also, if I may say, that it sounds very cool in its warmth.
Yeah.
How is that, sir?
It's very cool sounding, no?
Yeah, it's
Spice
sounding
honey,
cool, but
in its warmth.
Yes, can we have the mic passed on there, please?
हाय, मेरा प्रश्न फरहान से है कि रंग आपके ज़िंदगी में कितने बदलाव लाते हैं और कोई ऐसा पल आपको याद हो जो रंग ने आपके ज़िंदगी में बदलाव ला दिया, कभी ऐसा मूड बदला?
जी बिल्कुल, रंग बहुत बदलाव लाते हैं. सबसे पहले मैं कहूँगा कि आपका कलर देखकर मेरा मूड और अच्छा हो गया है जो आप पहन रही हैं, तो दैट ऑलरेडी हैज़ ब्रॉट अ चेंज. बट ये बहुत मतलब जाहिर बात है और ये कुछ नई बात नहीं है कि जो मैं आपको बताऊँगा कि एनवायरनमेंट जहाँ हम रहते हैं, जहाँ हम काम करते हैं, the color of that environment plays a very, very important role in your mood, in your state of mind, in your mentality, in your energy, in your thinking positively. तो ये चीज़ें मतलब साइंस ने प्रूव की हैं. मतलब मैं साइंटिस्ट हूँ नहीं, लेकिन मैंने पढ़ा है इन चीज़ों के बारे में. तो it always makes a difference. When the weather changes outside, when it's sunshine, you feel different. When the clouds are covering and it's grey, you feel different. तो mood हमारा बहुत dependent है color पे and our surrounding colors, and which is why it's important that we pay attention to it when we are doing things like this at home or at work.
Farhan, there is a saying इधर आपके सामने ऐसे कहा गया है कि कलर से आप you can come to know about the tendency of the person, nature of the person. क्या ये इसके बारे में आप कुछ रोशनी डाल सकते हैं?
सर मैं सिर्फ ये बताऊंगा कि जो इंसान है उसकी पर्सनालिटी, ये बिल्कुल जाहिर बात है कि जो कपड़े वो पहने या किस तरह से अपने बाल कलर करे उसमें झलकेगी, लेकिन उससे ज़्यादा मैं आपको बता नहीं सकता हूँ क्योंकि ये बहुत ही एक रिसर्च है और बहुत एक साइंटिफिक स्टडी लोगों ने किया है कलर्स पे और किस तरह से कलर का प्रभाव होता है लोगों पर और जो वो पहनते हैं या जहाँ वो रहते हैं. बट इट इज़ अ फैक्ट विच इज़ अ साइंटिफिक फैक्ट that colors do represent you, they represent the kind of person you are, and the colors you surround yourself with affect the way you are.
And which is your favorite color?
So spiced honey for this year. ये कैसी बात?
That one was spot on, Farhan.
Farhan sir, Dulux is a global brand as such. Even Bollywood celebrities are a global icon. But whenever you make a relationship with a country for any business purpose or as a creative artist, you accept an invitation. Sentiments of the country and conditions of the country having the relationship with that particular country is important.
So your question was very cryptic. No, seriously, I didn't really understand what your question was. I agree with you, but I don't understand what the question is.
My question is very simple. Whenever you make a relationship with a country, the sentiments attached to the country we are making the relations is important or not?
Of course it is. I mean, any country or any person, why are we thinking of country? A country is not an individual. Many individuals make up a country. So when you're making a relationship with a country, you're essentially making a relationship with its people. And it's important to respect the sentiments of those people, respect the culture of that people, and hope that they do the same to you. Otherwise, there's no relationship possible.
Excuse me. Yeah. My question is to Mr. Oscar. This year is being an election year. You've launched a product wherein India is on the verge of central elections. How do you see the market reacting to this? And do you consider that this is a risk that you have taken launching a product within the election year wherein election results might impact the chemicals and paints industry?
Well, as you can well imagine, we have been a very old established company. We've been in business more than 300 years, and we are a very multinational company. We respect very much the countries, the colors, and the traditions of every country. And that's, of course, something that we deal with almost, or if you like, on a yearly basis. So we clearly respect the wishes of the Indian people. We want to support that. We want to be an active force for good in the Indian society. Rajiv presented early on all the good work that we do to help Indian society beyond just as our business, but helping the underprivileged children here. There's a very active sustainability program that we do. We want to be a force for good. We want India to flourish.
Okay. फरहान, आपने कहा कि स्पाइस्ड हनी इस वक्त आपका फेवरेट कलर है, और अगर आपको अपने घर में किसी भी जगह पर कलर करना हो, ये कलर किस जगह करेंगे?
किस जगह पे करूँगा?
हाँ, कौन सी दीवार होगी?
I would probably do it in an area where I entertain people and where I hang out with my family or with my friends. That's where I would do it. I think there is a certain warmth in this color that would bring a very nice kind of a vibe and a nice energy to that place.
Okay, फरहान, आज हम राकेश सर से मिले थे और वो बहुत ही एक्साइटेड है आपके साथ काम करने के लिए. So आप क्या कहेंगे? अगस्त से शूटिंग भी स्टार्ट हो रही है, इस तरीके की बातें उन्होंने बताई है.
मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि वो बहुत excited है. Firstly. And I'm equally as excited to work with him. We haven't worked since Bhag Milka Bhag. Together we've been looking for a script that we could work on together, and finally we found something that both of us have liked. So I look forward to it.
Farhan, you'll not believe, earlier I was trying to speak with her. She wouldn't say a word. She all said, I want to talk to Farhan. Actually, now she's not even passing on the mic. Oh, she did. She just did it.
Yeah, my question, Mr. Rajiv. Rajiv sir, over here, in front of you. Yeah. So talking about the facts and figures, you mentioned that last 5 years you've been number 1, and last 5 years, that other 5 years are number 2.
In sustainability.
Okay, yeah. So let me, I want to know that where Indian market stands for you, and what are the plans for that?
Yeah, so that was contextually in the area of sustainability, and what we mean by sustainability is really about doing more with less, trying to make sure that we are able to sort of give a better environment. How we got about doing it? In our factories, for example, we've brought in solar, right? So we are trying to make sure that we are good citizens. We in a country where really you and me, and I've grown up, watching and studying in power cuts. I truly believe that we must try and conserve, save, protect, and give back. So we are trying to use different facets to try and improve and make sure that we are doing more with less. The second is some of our products that we've launched over the years. We've brought in water-based solvents, right? So really we believe that our painters who do the daily job, we believe that some of the solvent products are harmful. So we have taken the lead. We are a global player, and we believe in bringing water-based solutions to people so that their lives can also improve. Coming to the core of the question that you asked, I think I'm truly honored and privileged to be a part of the India business. It's a great business. We've got an ambition. Right now for AkzoNobel, there is a 15 by 20 globally. And we've got a very clear charter in India to deliver our part of the 15 by 20. So we are really focused on delivering profitable growth, not just growth, right? So we are going to look at very carefully the segments we operate in. We're going to make sure that in the premium segments that we have, we bring in a lot of innovations and brand back to the consumer. But really, we are going to keep consumer and customer at the heart of everything we do.
Oscar sir, about your plans for Indian market.
Well, India is a very vibrant country with clearly a strong growth at the moment. So as we travel through the country, you see a lot of energy in the country. The paint coatings market is a market that will grow above GDP growth, and the GDP growth for India is expected to be north of 7%. The paint market, coatings market, tends to be 1.2, 1.5 times stronger than GDP. So if you look at the sheer size of India, if you look at the potential in terms of coatings consumptions per capita, there's so much possible in this country. And I'm very proud to see the slew of innovations that our research and development teams are working on. So I would say watch this space. You see plenty of investments, plenty of innovations in the next years to come that will hit the Indian market, and I'm sure it will delight our customers in this market.
My question is for Oscar and Rajiv. What are some of the challenges that you all faced while coming up with the color of the year, Spiced Honey?
I think it's really understanding and reflecting the moods of the people. We do a global study. So one of the challenges is to make sure that it's relevant, because when you do a global study, sometimes the themes are so varied, as Oscar mentioned, because of the themes and what's happening globally, that it needs to be relevant in the country. So running through the research, making sure that the color is truly reflective and has also sort of landed in all the key countries we operate. I think that's a huge challenge. I give full compliment to Helen and her team because it's done it's done with a lot of science, and truly it's about, I think I feel truly proud that we've got a global aesthetic center which truly differentiates us from all other paints and coatings companies globally.
Now, I honestly believe this is one of the fun parts of our job, and I just want to clarify one thing as well. It's definitely not only a color that we use within the homes and offices, within the decorative space, but also our colleagues in vehicle refinishes and specialty coatings. They reach out to their customers as well, automotive customers, wood coatings, furniture suppliers as well. So we really see this as a theme, a red thread across our offering, how we want to inspire people to use this color of the year.
Why is black color?
Well, watch this space. It might be next year, you know?
Yeah, black color. Why?
I would say watch this space. It might be next year, you know? Who knows?
Have you researched on that?
Absolutely. So if you take our fan deck, there are thousands of colors in there. So definitely there's a huge, impossible variety of possible colors that we can use. So I don't rule out black at all. But I'm liking to think that at the moment what we sense is actually really an energy of optimism in the world. And I don't know about you yourself, sir, but optimism, we see that more with bright colors, light colors, less so with darker colors, let alone black.
Any other questions? Are we done with the questions? Thank you so much, everyone.
I'm looking so tired. I'm looking tanned, I can understand. Tired is... I'm a bit jet lagged, but you're right. I've just flown in from Mexico. Yes.
How's been your association with the film? It's been a long time, and what inspired you?
No, I'm just very happy to be a part of this family. Yeah, we've been together for many years now. And every year they keep upping the ante, so to speak. You know, so it's very wonderful for me as an association. There's only positives that I can share, and the rest you can ask these two fine gentlemen standing next to me.
Okay, adding to this question, मतलब ऐसे कहा जाता है कि actors whenever they take endorsements, they should be responsible as well. So what are your measures before signing any endorsement? What do you want?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course, it is important to know that the company is of good reputation, of sound reputation, that they deliver quality products. It is very important. But at the same time, I mean, as an individual, there is only that much research that one person can do. So to a certain extent, it is your responsibility to find out as much as you can about the brand that you will be representing and associating with. But there is only that much you can know. I mean, I would know as much about any brand that I'm about to sign up with as you would know. You know, so that element of any of suspicion that you have in your mind, that people, I mean, that would remain in anyone's mind when they're asking about something. But as far as this brand goes, it is such a reputed brand. It's been around for so many hundreds of years. you know, the fact that it's really stood the test of time, of quality, of people's expectations, that speaks a lot about it.
Okay, on a lighter note, have you ever tried painting your house or your walls, your favorite room or something?
Yes, I have. And at times I've done it quite successfully, at other times not so quite successfully. You know, my mum has had to step in and say, "Beta, ye kya kar rahe ho? Now let me take over."
Okay. On work front, we already know that your thing is you're shooting with that, and
Yes,
then
that's right.
Rakesh ji ki jo movie wo se abhi aap kaam kar rahe, so and Tufan, yeah. And what about Dawn 3? Is it happening this year or next year?
Yeah, this is like some staple question that I'm asked no matter where I go. I don't have an answer for you, buddy.
But still, it's in the pipeline.
If I have no answer for you, that should be an answer. I would imagine. Yes.
ओके फरहान गली बॉय लोगों को बहुत पसंद आया
Thank you very much.
लेकिन वर्ल्ड वाइड अगर देखें सिर्फ 200 करोड़ का बिजनेस किया है
बस ये भी कम हो गया आजकल. ऐसे दिन आ गए अब.
Do you think कि पुलवामा में जो अटैक हुआ उसका असर हुआ है फिल्म पर
Actually, just let's keep the
No,
question.
ma'am. The film will perform and do what it has to do on the basis of the quality of the film. Yes. Thank you.